Everyone laughed when he shared his dream. They said it was too big, too impossible, too far beyond his reach. But they didn't know. Every laugh, every insult, and every doubt was building the fire inside him. And one day, that fire would silence them all. There was once a boy named Arjun. He grew up in a small town where people didn't dream too big. Most worked simple jobs, lived simple lives, and believed that was all life had to offer. But Arjun was different. From a young age, he loved creating things. While other kids played cricket or scrolled on their phones, Arjun spent hours sketching ideas, building small gadgets out of old toys, and reading about inventors who changed the world. One evening, as his family sat together after dinner, Arjun said something that shocked everyone. "Someday," he said, his eyes bright, "I'm going to build a company that makes technology to help farmers. I want to make machines that can make their work easier and change their lives." For a few seconds, there was silence. Then came the laughter. His uncle laughed so hard he almost spilled his tea. His cousin shook his head. "Arjun, people like us don't do such things." Even his father smiled sadly. "Son, dreams are good, but be realistic." Arjun felt the weight of their words. But somewhere deep inside, a voice whispered, "Don't listen. Keep going." As Arjun grew older, his dream only grew stronger. In school, he spent extra hours in the library, learning about engineering and design. He watched videos of great innovators and taught himself how machines worked. But every time he spoke about his dream, people laughed. "Build a company? You can't even pass math properly. Farmers? They don't need your silly toys. Stop wasting time and find a real job." It hurt. Every word was like a stone thrown at his hope. And worst of all, even his closest friends stopped believing in him. There were days when Arjun sat alone in his room, staring at the ceiling, wondering if they were right. Maybe he was foolish. Maybe dreaming big was a mistake. But then he would remember the tired faces of farmers working under the hot sun. He would remember the stories of people who started with nothing and still changed the world. And he decided, no matter how many times I fall, I will rise. I will prove them wrong. Arjun got into a small engineering college. It wasn't famous, but it was a start. To pay for his education, he took part-time jobs, delivering food, cleaning tables, repairing phones. Every night, when others slept, he stayed awake working on designs and prototypes. Most of his ideas failed. The machines didn't work. The parts broke. Nothing went right, but Arjun didn't give up. Each failure taught him something new. Each mistake pushed him closer to success. There was a time when he had only a 200 left and had to choose between eating or buying a part for his project. He chose the part, and slowly, painfully, step by step, he built his first working prototype, a simple machine that helped farmers plant seeds faster and with less effort. Excited, he showed it to local farmers. Some ignored him. Some laughed again. But one old farmer agreed to try it. The result? The work that usually took him 2 days was finished in 6 hours. For the first time, someone looked at Arjun not with doubt, but with respect. Word spread slowly about Arjun's invention. More farmers started coming to see it. Some placed small orders. Local newspapers wrote about the young engineer with a big dream. But the real turning point came when a big agricultural company invited Arjun to present his idea at a national innovation fair. He walked onto the stage wearing the same shirt he had worn to job. Interviews, nervous, sweaty, and unsure if he belonged there. All around him were big companies with shiny products and huge displays. And there he was, with a handmade machine built in a small garage. When his turn came, he spoke from the heart. "I don't have a big company," he said. "I don't have rich investors, but I have a dream to make the lives of farmers easier. This machine is the first step. It's not perfect, but it works, and I will keep improving it no matter how many times I fail." There was silence for a moment. Then, applause. Loud, unstoppable applause. Investors approached him. Companies offered to collaborate. Orders started flooding in, and suddenly, the same people who once mocked his dreams were now standing in line to take selfies with him. A few years later, Arjun's company became one of the leading names in agricultural innovation. His machines were being used across the country, improving the lives of thousands of farmers. One evening, as he was giving a talk at his old school, a teacher asked, "Arjun, what kept you going when no one believed in you?" He smiled and said, "When people laughed at my dreams, I learned something important. Their laughter doesn't define me. Their doubt doesn't decide my destiny. The only thing that truly matters is what I believe about myself." One evening, as he was giving a talk at his old school, a teacher asked, "Arjun, what kept you going when no one believed in you?" He smiled and said, "When people laughed at my dreams, I learned something important. Their laughter doesn't define me. Their doubt doesn't decide my destiny. The only thing that truly matters is what I believe about myself." So, if people laugh at your dreams, let them. If they say you're foolish, smile. Because one day, those same people might use the product you create, read the book you write, or work for the company you build. Remember, big dreams sound like jokes to small minds, but dreams don't need their approval. They only need your belief, your patience, and your courage. So dream boldly, work quietly, and never ever stop until the laughter turns into applause.